What if I told you that as soon as you get done uploading your video, there are things that you should be doing and things you shouldn't be doing to increase its chances of getting more views? Would you be interested? Of course you would. You clicked on this video. So I'm going to share with you 5 of them. All right. These are 5 rules, and these are somewhat new rules for me because I've been doing this a long time, over 15 plus years. YouTube has totally changed. It's now not necessarily just search, it's discovery and browse. And there's things that we need to do to help the algorithm out and really understand if this video is even worth pushing. So that's what I want to share with you in this video. And of course, I've got my handy dandy little whiteboard, little Blue's Clues reference there. If you remember Blue's Clues, drop it in the comments. But let's go ahead and let's get into it, shall we? And now I'm not just going to walk you through the handy dandy little whiteboard here. I'm actually going to show you the back end of a video and show you exactly what I did yesterday on a video that now just crossed 15,000 views. So what do you say? Let's get into it. All right, so the very first thing is don't share the video. I know you would say, wait a minute here, Scott, like, why wouldn't I? I want to get as much exposure. Here's what we do. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this, but this is working for us, and this is our theory. We don't want to disrupt the algorithm, all right? We want YouTube, we want the YouTube AI to basically go out there and find audiences, because you have to understand how the algorithm is working today, not 15 years ago, how it's working today. And it's all driven off of audience testing. It's testing various audiences. Now, we don't want to take our own traffic. If you have an email list or if you have social media, we don't want to do that and disrupt what they're doing. Now, I did shoot a video on this exact topic, which is actually doing really well. It's one of our more popular videos. But the one question that people were having was, can I never share the video? And the answer is no. I have here for the first 24 hours, but we give it about 7 days. So if you want to share it, I would hold off at least 24 hours, but I would say probably even wait longer. 7 days, that's our rule. You can either choose to adopt that rule or you don't have to. All right, so the second one is impressions. That's what we're going to be doing, especially in the first 24 hours, but we're going to wait. We are not going to be looking at our impressions for at least 12 to 24 hours. And the reason why is depending on your channel, it might take a while before YouTube starts to give it a push, to start testing it. But what we want to do, and I'm going to show you inside of the analytics of that video that I explained earlier so you can see what we're looking at. But the analytics, the impressions are telling us if it's being pushed. Now, what I wanted to show you here is the impressions, all right? Now, you can see here, this is views, okay? This is views. And if you just hover over here, you can see your views, and you can see typical in this period, and this is above, right? But if I go into reach, I can see the impressions. So again, we can hover over here and we can see what's happening with these impressions. Now, if these were low, that is where I would want to start thinking about making an adjustment. First adjustment I would want to do is I would want to look over at the title. And this is where I would decide, do I need to do something different with the title? In this case, I'm going to leave it alone. Why? Because it's working. What the title is going to do is it's going to allow us to get more impressions. So that's why we're looking at the impressions, not the views. Without impressions, we can't get clicks, and without clicks, we can't get views. So we study the impressions, and then we're going to decide if we're going to make an adjustment on the title. And generally, typically, we're going to wait probably around 24 hours on that as well before we're going to decide. Now, if it right out of the gate, we're usually getting 1,000 impressions in the first 2 hours and we're only getting 10 impressions, I might change it earlier. That's something you're going to have to decide. But the impressions, that's what we're keeping an eye on. As soon as that video is uploaded, we're going to start looking at the impressions probably within an hour or two just to see, are we getting the normal range of impressions? And if not, then we go with the title. And speaking of titles, that's another area where a lot of people get hung up and they wonder why they're not getting views. A lot of times it comes down to the title. Now, if you struggle with titles, I've got a free resource for you. I basically put together 10 of our top titles and I took those and turned them into templates so we can reuse them, but also now you can reuse them. And it's a great starting point. I actually give you multiple examples on how you can use them. If you want that, just comment hooks and I'll send you a copy of that. Once again, just comment hooks and I will send you a copy of that. All right, because titles are super important. All right, number 3 is comment. Immediately, as soon as you are getting comments on your video, you want to heart it, you want to like it, and you want to comment on that. Why? Because it's engagement. And when you start getting engagement, that's another factor that the algorithm is looking at. So we want to pay attention to that. And as soon as they start coming in, you want to heart them, you want to like them, and then you want to comment and reply. This is also a great way for you to connect with your viewers, which is another great thing for your channel. So make sure you're replying to those comments. And you'll notice on our comments, I reply to all of them, even the negative ones. Those negative people out there, they want to go ahead and try to bring us down. I actually have fun with them. And I don't restrict any comments. So if you want to comment some good stuff, I'd love to hear from you. Or if you want to comment, maybe you don't like my red shirt today, or you don't like my glasses, you can go ahead and leave that too, because you're actually helping us. You're leaving a comment. So just reply to those comments, please. All right, so the 4th one is analyzing your A/B split testing. Wait a minute, you're not doing an A/B split testing on your thumbnails? Are you crazy? No, you really need to. It's huge. I'm going to show you an example on that video on how I looked at that within the first 24 hours, and I went ahead and I killed the test, and I went with the winner because the winner was crazy high compared to the other one, and I thought it was going to hurt our impressions. I'll show you that here right now. So basically, I went in here to the reach, and all you do here is just scroll down, and you can see now this is the test that I was running. This one here says the winner. The reason why it says the winner is I stopped it early. See, test stopped by you, that's me. And it was only running for about 8 hours. And then I saw that it was a huge span. And I was like, you know what? We got to kill this early because we're getting a lot of impressions and we don't want this negative one here, this one that wasn't performing well, to actually bring down the impressions or bring down the views. So I went ahead and selected this one as the winner. That is the one that is now being displayed. But I can't stress it enough. This is something you want to keep an eye on after your video has been uploaded and you're getting a decent amount of impressions. All right, so the last and final one is go ahead and pin that comment. What are you going to put in your pinned comment? Well, if you want to look at my pinned comment, you can go ahead and check that out. If you're watching this within the first hour, you might not see it yet because usually this is happening in the first hour. So as soon as the video's uploaded, now you can comment on your own video. And what we do is we put a free resource in the pinned comment. Want to know what that free resource is? Go in the pinned comment and you'll find out. See what I just did there? You know, go in that pinned comment. No, the pinned comment though, seriously, it's going to be a resource that's going to help them, or you can just put something in there to ask them to leave a comment if you don't have anything to offer them. We do have some free resources and we put one of those in that pinned comment. But this is great because if you have a video that is getting a lot of traction, well, people might not go in the description, but they might see the pinned comment. That's a little hack there that could get you a lot more interaction and a lot more email subscribers if you're doing what I'm doing. So check out that pinned comment I talked about and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, and you'll get a pretty cool free resource too. All right, so that's the 5 things. But listen, if you're uploading your video and you're not optimizing the upload, you're not going to be able to do what I just shared with you, or you're going to stunt your growth and you're not going to get those views. So I actually shot a video right here that shows you exactly what we do on every single upload and how to optimize it. Watch that video next and I'll see you there.